do not rule out a surprise victor here today. Because it can happen, it does happen, it has happened. And with a lot of the top boys missing on World Series action, it is a huge opportunity for somebody to go on and claim the £10,000 first prize. In fact, we've had 14 of these Players' Championship events over the course of this year, and half of them, or half of the titles, have been won by players who aren't here. Gary Anderson, Michael Van Gerwen, Peter Wright. They've got 6 between them, and they're all off in Las Vegas, or at least heading there as we speak, for the US Darts Masters. The other one was won by Adrian Lewis, who was supposed to be there, but he's back home recovering after surgery as Martin Lukeman fires in the first maximum of this one, 180. Couldn't find a record of these two meeting. Martin Lukeman playing on the Challenge Tour nowadays, but you might have seen him at the UK Open. He had a run to the last 16, by far his best run in a PDC tournament. Needs to be very high, well away from the treble 20, and well, that's well away from the treble 20 because it's on the floor, but it's better that than sticking it in the treble 20, which would have bust his score. Murnan knows a ton 40 would get him back in this leg. Ton 80 really would, wouldn't it? That's exactly what he's got as well. Joe Murnan applying the pressure. Tops for Lukeman, moves to the left. Can he find a way through?
40.
He can't. Misses high, then misses low, and Murnan, the 180. Did that tell? Did that build up some pressure and make Lukeman miss? Murnan misses high.
20.
And misses high again by quite some distance. So 2 darts missed for this opening leg for Joe Murnan. 2 missed already for Lukeman. Make that 3, make that 4, and he does not get
16.
a 5th because he's missed inside on the double 5. Criminal error from Lukeman, and Murnan to punish him.
Game shot.
Double 10 will do the job. Joe Murnan gets out of jail there. 1-0 to the man from Bolton. Shagging. And it is a break of throw. Fair to say that this year has not been as
100.
impressive for Joe Murnan. He has managed to win his board once so far this year in the Players' Championship series of events. It wasn't here either in Barnsley, it was in Wigan, the Robin Park Tennis Centre. Got 4 more weekends of Players' Championship
100.
action over the course of 2017. 3 of them will be here at the Metrodome, this mecca of darts. The other one will be that weekend ahead of the Grand Prix at the City West
100.
Hotel in Dublin. All of them will be streamed live here on PDC TV and various bookmakers across
60.
the world. Last time we were here in Barnsley was back in April, and it was a weekend where we saw 2 new winners on the PDC Tour. Darryl Gurney winning on the Saturday, beating Kim Huybrechts. On the Sunday, Joe Cullen beat Darryl Gurney as Murnan, looking for another 180, settles for the ton 40, 400 points scored in 4 visits to the board. If he can take out just 1 point more in his next visit,
81.
he'll double his lead. Treble 19, double 12.
Game
Lovely
shot.
stuff, Joe Murnan. Lovely leg of darts, 15 darter, 101 checkout, no bother at all. Joe Murnan is a guy who, well, you could set fire to him and I don't think it'd change his
140.
general demeanour. Just plods on, goes about his business.
98. $100.
16 boards of action currently going on as Murnan
140.
again threatens the 180 but comes away with a ton 40. Simon Whitlock is the top seed here today in the absence of a number of the top
140.
players. He has won his opening game 6-1, beating Vincent Camphouse. That's over on the other streaming board with my colleague Mike Lawrence.
87.
87, not quite enough for Murnan to get to a finish. Lukeman not having to use the bullseye route, but he does come down for the 17s. Does he go for it?
89.
No, he doesn't. Takes the sensible option of just laying up single 18 to lead double 16.
60.
But he looked in charge in the opening leg, did Lukeman, and he managed to find a way of losing it. Might be finding one here.
No score.
3 misses, all on the outside wire. 116 for Murnan. Could go 20s, could go 19s. It's the 20s route. But needed a treble.
100.
Gets it last dart, but that doesn't give him a dart for the leg. So Lukeman, having missed 3 darts at double 16 already, he's going to have another crack at it. Now it's double 8. It's still double 8.
Game shot.
It took him 6 goes, but he finally got over the line, Martin Lukeman. He's got a leg on the board, 2-1. A sigh of relief from the man in yellow at the back there.
59.
It was another man in yellow, Dave Chisnell, whom Joe Murnan beat in the final of the Players' Championship event he won.
60.
That was back in 2015. It was in Crawley. There you see, North American Championship in Las Vegas, the US Darts Masters in Vegas. And then the Bet Victor World
100.
Match Play in Blackpool, the Winter Gardens. That's when we're back on the Pro Tour after this weekend in Barnsley. We've got more
41.
World Series action in August. New Zealand, Australia, Melbourne, a new venue. Perth, back in Perth for the Perth Darts Masters. And the Euro
46.
Tour. Everybody loves the Euro Tour. The qualifiers for it last night.
$60.
Joe Murnan was beaten by Ryan Searle in the qualifiers here last night. Was one of the seeds for the qualifiers, Joe Murnan. We have seen him on the European Tour. I remember seeing him in Hildesheim a couple of years ago go on a run
96.
to the final session of action. I think it was Gary Anderson who beat him in the end. Anderson made the final that weekend and was beaten by Michael van Gogh, and he threw 118 average almost. Now
180.
Lukeman fires in a 180. Second maximum for Martin Lukeman. Gets him to a finish. Murnan's going to be on a finish, and it's a finish of just 60. It's 100 more for Lukeman. And it's just too much for him on this occasion.
100.
20 for tops. Simple when you say it.
Game shot.
Simple when you hit it like that. There is a 60. Martin Lukeman went out the first
60.
round of the qualifiers last night for the Dutch Darts Masters, beaten in a deciding leg by Peter Hudson, the Rock. I've seen him play some good darts on the European Tour of late. I think he averaged almost
60.
100 in his first round game last time we saw him on the European Tour. The Rock is here.
120.
Fortunate second dart for Lukeman, just not sticking in the board, but the other two, flawless. Always get excited when you see a player's on 321. I think, oh, no
80.
darters on, but no, he's had 2 visits.
$58. $66.
Great first dart, but only 6 more points added with the next 2 for Joe Murnan.
$59.
We have a couple of Challenge Tour events, Joe Murnan, both in 2015. That's also when Martin Lukeman picked up his sole Challenge Tour title.
41.
Not really done much since about March, Martin Lukeman. On the same day, he made a quarter-final
140.
and a final on the Challenge Tour. Since then, it's been a succession of early exits, really. Been trying to qualify for the European Tour
80.
events as well, not been able to do so. Another one of those, or yeah, it will be double thereof.
48.
Maybe just paying the price of that Second dart in the 16, not really being close enough to the double, couldn't use as much of a guide. Once again, Murnan is looking to just creep up behind Lukeman from quite a long way back and nick the leg. Wonderful setup from Joe Murnan, but it doesn't matter because for the second time in this game, Martin Lukeman hits double 8. For the second time in this game, he cuts the gap to just the one leg. We know this faces Stephen Bunting, a 6-3 winner against Nathan Aspinall. The other half of the draw on this board, Christian Kiss, the seeded player, against Steve Lennon. He's a very, very promising young talent.
81.
And Adam Hunt, another youngster, against a man who you probably couldn't refer to as a youngster, Kevin Painter.
81.
Want to follow the results as they come in, go to pdc.tv. Got the match centre
80.
Players' Championship 15 as once again Lukeman sees a dart spat out the board and he has to go and retrieve it from down by the chalker's feet. Yeah, we should have the results going up there as soon as they come through. I can
66.
tell you that one of the contenders for the title, I mean they're all contenders, but one of the big names has gone out in round 1 and gone out convincingly as well. Mick McGowan has seen 100. Off the number 8 seed Ian White 6-1. Number 9 seed Rob Cross didn't have any problems. A 6-3 win against Richie Edhouse. Jelle Klaassen has gone as well. Beaten 6-4, the former Lakeside champion, by Michael Barnard. Cristo Reyes, number 12 seed here today, beaten by Ron the Bomb Muhlenkamp.
93.
Michael Smith has edged past Matt Edgar 6-5 as Murnan looks at double 16 and pins it. Lovely 2-dart check out from Joe Murnan. The last couple of legs he's had on his own throw, he's gone out in 15 darts with a 101 check out. And 14 darts with that 92. And if he continues to do that on his own throw, then Martin Lukeman is going to have 60. To throw a 12-darter to break him. Lukeman needs to find a break from somewhere.
60.
Steve West, a man who is almost certainly going to be at the World Match Play. Something strange 44. Would have to happen for Steve West not to make the match play. It'll be his debut in Blackpool, but he has suffered a slump in form of late. No problems
100.
Today against Ray Campbell, though. A 6-1 win for Simply the West. Seeded number 15 today. Benito van der Pas is out. Look at the big names 85. Going out in round 1. Seed number 5, Jelle Klaassen. Seed number 8, Ian White. And seed number 7, Benito van der Pas. Matthew Dennant, a 6-5 winner. Well.
140.
Joe Cullen is through. Kim Hybrex is through. Mervyn King is through. He's playing some excellent darts. Finalist, recent European Darts Open.
180.
And that is excellent as well. Joe Murnan fires in a 180. It gets him down to a finish. It's his second maximum of this game. But Lukeman, double 8. He's hit it twice before. He hits it again. It's 3 times now that Lukeman has hit double 8. And 3 times he has pulled this back to just 1 leg. But he needs to find a break of throw against Murnan.
42.
And maybe this is the chance. Just 42 scored. Oh, that is so unlucky. 79. You can see the chunk that that's taken out of the flight. Here we go. We're going to flash up some scores for you, I think, at the bottom of the screen.
137.
This is all taken on the new PDC website, pdc.tv. Steve Beaton, a 6-1 winner. I thought I was getting excited.
131.
Not quite sure why. Ian White, confirmation of that defeat for the number 8 seed, the Diamond. Rob Cross at the number 9 seed. He's through.
100.
Jelle Klaassen out. Some shocks already. We knew there was a possibility of a surprise winner here today. And people going deep in this tournament with some of the big names not being here. Some players being seeded for the very first time. Dimitri Vandenberg's been seeded for the very first time
100.
Here today on a Pro Tour weekend. But already some genuine contenders are out as Lukeman, double 18, misses inside. Murnan looking at the 1-2-2. He'll look at the 18s now, staying there. Now the ball
97.
misses marginally. And Murnan hopes that Lukeman can't pin the double
Game
nine.
shot.
But double nine is pinned, and it's a 13-darter for Lukeman. That is enough for the breaker throw this time around. And he is throwing to go into the lead for the first time in this match, Martin Lukeman.
100.
Again, you would have absolutely no idea whether Joe Murnan was 4-all,
55.
6-0 up or 6-0 down. He's just exactly the same at all times. It's almost as if he doesn't understand what's going on. Just goes there and throws until somebody tells him to stop. Martin Lukeman might be telling him to stop in a minute because he is on the charge. That is a third 180.
60.
Just a 60.
$30.
Missed opportunity for Lukeman, but even a maximum here for Joe Cullen would not put his nose in front in this leg. And he's going to get nothing like a maximum. He only
60.
comes away with 60, a third of that. 5-4 beckons for Lukeman.
58.
Darryl Gurney's won an all-Northern Irish clash with Brendan Dolan,
140.
World Cup of Darts partner. Won that 6-2, that's over on board 15. And number 14 seed James Wilson is out. The jammy dodger, Lethal Biscuit.
93.
Not lethal enough against Dave Pallett, as Lukeman leaves himself tops. Now, he did have that spell earlier on where he had problems on tops and tens. In fact, double eight and double nine are the only doubles that have worked for him so far, but that looks a good guide.
Game shot.
And he uses it. It's a massive bounce off that first dart, but it does bounce into the bed that he wanted. Tops is hit by Martin Lukeman for the first time in this match. It is 5-4. Joe Murnan has to win the last two legs,
58.
or he'll be going out in the very first round.
$121.
Joe Murnan led 2-0, 3-1 and 4-2.
100.
The last three legs have all gone Martin Lukeman's way. And this one may be going the same way, because that is a fourth 180 for Lukeman. And Murnan is being forced to do something special here. Even a maximum doesn't get into a finish,
180.
but it's the best he could do. 7 180s in this match, 3 to Murnan, 4 to Lukeman. But advantage Lukeman, especially now. Oh, savage deflection. But a 135 gets him down to a 2-dart outshot, 25 and enough to make it 4 legs on the spin and complete a 6-4 victory to set up a second round clash with the bullet Stephen Bunting. There's the 25. Double 10 it is.
55.
But 2 misses inside. 20 and tops. Both missed by Martin Lukeman. Murnan for the 106. Well, he's hit the treble.
28 left.
He's left the Mensor. The double 14. He only wanted a single 6 for tops. But he does not let that distract him. 5-5. We're going all the way here in the second game of the day. A shake of the hands. Lukeman still has the advantage. He is throwing first in this leg, but after missing those 2 match darts, how much will that affect him?
41.
Well, the answer may be quite a bit, because he kicks off 41. And Murnan, that is perfect. Surely a ton 40 from there.
140.
That is exactly what he has got. 100 points ahead after the first visit. And now Lukeman. Now Lukeman is worried.
28.
Oh, look at that. That is pressure. There is only... This is a man who's hit 4 180s in this game. And just at the crucial time at the end there, he's put
96.
under pressure. And is he crumbling? There was a spell there where 60. He won 3 straight legs. Martin Lukeman was hot. But Murnan has chucked some stuff back at him, and he is lukewarm,
98.
Lukeman, right now. Tepid. Oh,
28.
and they are nowhere near. Nowhere near. 2 scores of 28 in this deciding leg. And it is just letting Joe Murnan
131.
stroll towards victory. And he is making it quite an elegant stroll right now. Double 18 left for the match. Lukeman
100.
knows it is gone. Surely. He's only halfway down from 5:01, Martin Lukeman. And Murnan is thrown for the match. Double 9. And there it is. Joe Murnan wins it 6-5. He looked dead and buried as Martin Lukeman roared back, took 3 consecutive legs, but 2 mismatched darts from Cool Hand Luke. He was anything but.